Yo, 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 we are back for some more TA 2v2 Pinky and the Brain Cup 2023 action. Today we have a quarterfinals match between TFA, which is Tar Jorn and Tar Knobgobbler, or Family Friendly as Postal says, versus SgtSpag, made of redox and sgtServe. As you can see on the screen are the map picks and bans. And oh, I forgot the most important thing. I have with me the host of the tournament, Tristan. Tristan, how you doing, man?
As always, I'm very good. How are you about yourself?
Yeah, doing pretty well. Excited for some more tournament games. We are getting very close to the end, and I have a feeling that we'll be seeing some amazing matchups here in a little while. But for today, there's no one should second guess who the favorites are today. It's clearly TFA. Nob and Jorn are two beasts of the game versus sgtServe and redox, who are no slouches, but like I said, there's just no confusion whatsoever. TFA are the clear
Like
favorites.
Premier League versus Championship.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Serve and redox can be tough and gritty and do some dirty, nasty things, but TFA, they just have all the money in the world. They have all the millions. They're funded by all the big oligarchs and all that stuff. Anyway, first up will be corners. Second map, green ace, and this is a best of 3. So if needed, the third map will be claustrophobia. As far as picks and bans go, do you think there was any type of strategy that went on here with these map picks or bans?
Well, obviously TFA had first seed, which meant they picked first. I mean, maybe from their point of view, I know Lorna said it in a caster view when he was talking about his TA Gods game, that he thought, and I possibly think the same now, that they may be trying to play some of the same maps as to not show their tactics. Because with corners, I feel like the tactics are fairly limited. You can do a rush, yes, but for the most part, I think you're pretty limited in what you can do. It's just mass produce units and who can outbuild the other personally. And I think obviously Green Ace was chosen by the other team, by SgtSpag, because they have done quite well on that map. I think they did. Who was the first game of the tournament?
Was it
Who
them
was it
versus?
against? Was it Cool Post? Was it Cool Post?
Yeah, it was Cool Post, and they
Yeah, they
actually.
did. And they did. They should have potentially won that
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Yep.
So I think that's probably why they chose that. And then I guess claustrophobia was just the last in the batch. So yeah, I don't know.
Yep. Cool. Well, I look forward to seeing how this plays out. So let's get right into game one. All right, here we are, game one. Up top, we have TFA. So right here is Jorn in blue. Up in the top right is Knobgobbler in white. And at the bottom, sgtServe and redox. This is redox here in the bottom right. Bottom left is sgtServe. Now, I'm wondering if we will see any sort of rushes here. I know redox has been working on something. sgtServe, I think he's pretty much just going off of whatever redox tells him to do.
You think redox is the brain of the team then?
All right, so it looks like redox is probably going to do just a more traditional build. And this mech's placement is kind of odd to me, but
Yeah, it's an interesting pattern. Can he build a mechs in between that one there?
Right there.
He had to walk over there to build those two mechs, right?
I think so. I'm wondering.
He's basically where he started, roughly, or just a bit more south.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like when he went to go build this one, his commander like walked around.
Side.
Yeah.
What? So he's thought I might as well just build.
Interesting. What?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess preparing for an early rush. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, that is an interesting.
Or wait a second.
Oh no, he's using.
He just used the nano frame.
He used them. Yeah. I do like doing that. I stopped doing it lately and tried to do the builds where everyone just does the walk like Nob does
Mm-hmm.
in the top right. I'm not sure which I prefer. I'm in a bit of a fragile state at the moment about my corners build.
Yeah, those Italians, man, they can be brutal
Yeah,
sometimes.
they can be pretty brutal. Especially this one here, Redox. We'll see what he's like today.
Mm-hmm. He's fresh off a win
Representing.
against Knob Gobbler on corners.
Yeah.
I know that had Knob shook for a little bit.
This is, yeah, that's post this event though.
Right.
The
Yes.
Italians have since risen up,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But we shall see. Um,
All right. One thing that I think that you could take from watching Knob especially is how he builds. He traps his commander, and then builds these
yeah,
maxes with
I
his
like
commander.
that there. That's the thing that I want. I mean, the other day my build is awful, but I mean, I like this because I think it means that you can get your eco going really, really
Mm-hmm.
quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that time between like a con coming out the lab,
Mm.
you know,
Yep.
you might as well try and use as much of that time as possible and then assist
Mm-hmm.
again. So I think it makes sense.
So I do something kind of similar where I prioritize getting cons guarding my lab more than Knob does.
Hmm.
And that way when I do build my mechs, because I can do I'll like queue like 2 at a time sometimes, I still
Yeah.
have build power on that con. And in the long run, I think the way Knob does it, he gets metal faster.
Hmm.
But with me guarding this lab, I get more cons in the same amount of time. So which can turn into
Yeah.
metal.
I think I've always thought that build power is the most important thing on this map. But maybe there's like a balance where you
Mm-hmm,
do need to get that early metal. I don't know. I'm still experimenting. We'll
mm-hmm.
see.
All right. Yeah, see Knob already clearly
Yeah.
ahead. It serves a good bit behind.
How many cons has he got producing metal out of interest? So he's got Server's got 2, Redox has got
2,
2,
3 for Knob.
he's got 3, but he's only just got the third one going. So most of that has come from his
2.
commander.
Yep.
2, 4. Yeah. I think what I tend to see from other players more than myself is more people tend to put. Although Serve's only got 2, which is what I tend to do. But John, I noticed, had 4 K-bot cons on wins.
Yeah.
Redox had 3. I think I
So
need to do that more, oddly.
I I tend to actually go way overboard with wins. For one, they die really quick. So let's say, a couple warriors or, pyros or something get back here, a whole line of
Hmm.
wins can go down very fast. So I'll have like a whole ton of wins here, some around here, maybe going up. And then I typically build some around here as well. Um, Also, if like your Geo dies, it won't you won't take as much of a hit, and then
Hmm.
it'll also give you a little I guess time to get your fusion up as well. You won't be
Yeah,
so dependent on getting that fusion up.
that seems sensible. Little known fact, in fact, it's only known to me, you are actually the reason I stopped building geos early on this map. Because you always used to raid them early. I'm like, well, there's just
Hmm.
no point. I'll just build wins. But maybe I should get back into that because people don't seem the current meta doesn't seem. It seems to be either like everyone builds up flashes for early rush, or they just go to advanced and then into bombers or something like that, or BBs. So I feel like for the most part, I should probably build them a lot sooner than I do.
Yeah, one
Um,
one thing that I do want to test out is that how you mentioned where people are either doing like a more macro focused game where they just build or a straight early rush. I kind
mhm.
of want to test doing something um a little
I
bit
like
in
the air from
between.
Redox here.
Yeah, definitely. I want to test doing something a little bit in between where I just completely forego early missile towers and just if they rush me early, I just accept like I'm dead, and I want
Yeah,
to.
that's one thing I'm seeing lately is that not many people building missile towers.
Mm-hmm. But I want to go get my lab out literally as quickly as possible. So not build any MTs, only build a very minimal amount of resources that I need, and
Mm,
like you said, go straight warrior.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I think our early warrior rush, I know like some other players are doing. Oh, I think Tiptushi was one I remember particularly like to do a warrior rush. I think when I first started playing this map, I used to just do a straight T2 rush,
mhm.
but I've stopped doing that for the moment.
This is interesting. He got out serve, or no, this is this is serve. He got out 1 or 2 advanced cons, I guess 3, and then straight
Yeah.
into cans. I don't know. It seems interesting to me. All right, do they know that's coming? Yes. Plus they had the scout fleas.
Yeah. Redox is stalling on E at the moment. It looks like Serve's about to stall on E as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just to clarify what I meant earlier on when I said not many players are building defenders or missiles. What I really meant was they're building less than they usually would. They are still building them.
Right. Yeah. So
Um,
it when I first started playing the map, you would see like there's 2 lines of missile towers here. You would see people have here, 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 here.
yeah.
They would be everywhere. Oh, these are going to do damage. This
Yeah.
isn't good.
Has Serve even paid attention to this? No. He's got an advanced radar. He could be radar targeting right now to
Mm-hmm.
save some of the damage. The commander's coming over. If I'm the commander, I'm just D-gunning straight through the. No, I would just D-gun through those things and walk straight down.
Honestly, if it were me, that like you would pretty much know that that's not going to be T2 units because of how quick they got over here. I think I would have just kept my commander here. I
Yeah, okay, but I would do that. But if I was to move my commander like he had done, I wouldn't
D-gun,
bother
yeah.
building an LLT tower. I think that'd
Mm-hmm.
be pointless. Just D-gun through one defender and one wind, and then just or stand even on the other side of the wind, so you have to D-gun it.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Um,
Also, I wouldn't be doing cans at this point. If I were doing anything early, it would be pyros.
there it is. Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. What is the defense like? I mean, to be honest, they could kind of just walk straight through that gap.
Yeah.
Although has Jordan managed to space it so that can you select one of them and go onto the map? I want to see. Um, so he has managed to space it like I'm pretty sure like perfectly so that
I think there
nearly
is like a
perfect. It's a
little, yeah.
very sliver. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
One thing that I've learned is if you play against Knob on this map, really any map, truly, you
Mm.
cannot just let him sit back and build. Like,
No, you really
like
can't.
let's. I guarantee you, he's a good bit ahead. Look, 43 metal, 43k.
Yeah. One thing I noticed also about a knob, and maybe this is something that he has told me in the past to not line build fusions, which is valid.
Mm-hmm.
But he always seems to build his advanced really close together and in
Mm-hmm.
a line. I don't know if he does like a drag select, but I wonder if this is something that could be punished by Redox going bomber, maybe.
Well, it can be. Will it though? That's the question.
Yeah. He's got some good marking there from those scouts. I
Mm-hmm.
like. I mean, this could be annoying if he goes south right now. Though he's not going to be able to do enough damage. But if he gets that fusion,
Mm-hmm.
that'll be the annoying thing.
Come
Go
on,
south.
get it, get it, get
Yeah.
it. This
I
is
think he's
great.
probably going to get that. Oh.
Oh no
Yeah,
way!
there he
Come
goes.
on,
Nice blocking from
come on! No way! Oh my goodness!
Yeah, Redox should have walked closer so that he couldn't be
Yeah.
blocked off by
Yep.
the but they have a warriors to tank the shots then.
These are pretty much pointless at this point. Like, sure,
Uh
you may kill a couple MTs, but
yeah, they're basically cannon fodder, I
yeah.
suppose.
So
If you were going to build a T1 unit now, and you could say you don't want to build any more cons, and you still have the lab, and you want to use metal, what would you do? Roccos?
Rockos, or what are they? Hammers or thuds? One of those two.
Mm.
Oh, there's a BB up.
Yeah, it's from John firing at serve.
Nice win placement.
Mm-hmm.
Do a tracking. Just missed the shot. I wonder what he selected to fire at. So I don't think they've scouted at all. Oh, Geo.
Oh, he's trying to shoot the Geo,
Yep,
yeah.
okay. Sensible.
But it's just, if you don't have anything to shoot at, it's just smart.
Oh, I like this HLT placement. Cause
Yeah, I wonder if like HLT here or there, because I place a load, but I think this might be a more sensible way of doing it, like defense only when you need it kind of thing. Because I tend to go heavy into defense on this map, but I don't think that's not worth it anymore. I think because it's quite difficult. I think the main thing for this map, I think, has got to be Timmy's.
Yep.
Or really bombers, because I don't know about you, but when I play this map, certainly lately, people are now getting so much better at the macro part of the game and just getting labs out. Is that there's so many units on the map that actually land forces can't really break through that easily anymore.
Yep.
Even if you have got quite a lot, they just get stuck on Rex, and pathing becomes an issue.
Or if you play Tasto, just a million Dragon's Teeth.
That is an excellent strat. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It's just too difficult for ground use forces to penetrate most of the time. Although this warrior push looks pretty.
Yeah,
pretty nasty actually.
Yeah,
There's
so
not anything.
Oh,
change of direction here.
I like redox getting these bombers out, but he's leaving them.
That had gone in.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
That would have been GG.
There were two things going on. He's prioritizing these bombers so much, and also with his advanced labs, he went straight into Zeus's, kind of like how Serve went straight to getting his metal hit now too. That's brutal. But how Serve went straight into cans. They are slow. They take a long time to build. They're very.
In fact, this is a smart move here. They're both double teaming.
Yep. So with the way Serve and Redox were playing their factories, there was just no way for them to get enough units to defend this.
And Serve's actually doing quite a defensive build here. You can see he's got a lot of HLTs on the left. Ironically, none in the middle. But it's just not going to be enough. It's managing to thin out Jaw and stuff, but Nob has been sensible enough in this split.
Yeah, all that were... Are you feeling it now, Mr. Crab? Nice.
Oh.
But yeah, all Serve had for defense was just some MTs. And those
I don't think it's enough at this stage. And this pretty much looks like a... I mean, Serve hasn't got any fusion up, has he yet?
No.
So this is going to be his E going down right here.
This is GG for Serve right here.
Yeah, for sure. This is not going to... And of course, he's gone for the cans as well, so he's going to need that E. And you can see Redox is probably sharing, because he's got 0 E. Serve has got barely any. Oh, bombers going in. I think this is a bad angle from...
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to get the fusion.
Oh, and he didn't even kill it. Oh, man.
I think... Oh, he's going over there now. I mean... Oh, well, he did get that, but he lost his bomb. I think I might... What would you have done? Would you have gone for the fusion or for the labs? I think I would have gone for the... I
would have gotten like... I would have gotten... Come around this way. Get like this one, and then the fusion. Or honestly, they had at least this BB marked. If they had this BB marked already, I would have probably hit this, and then this. Yeah, this game's done. It's unfortunate, but there's no way that...
There's a nuke coming up from Redox, so...
Yeah.
That's not going to be done in time, I don't think.
As strong as Redox is on this map, there's just no way he can 2v1 the powerhouses of Jorn.
No, it's just too difficult. I think Serve's about to die, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Where's his commander? Is his commander making his way over to Yeah, oh, he's already over there. Oh, he's going for the com bomb. Yeah.
I do.
Sensible. I mean, that is the sensible move. I'm guessing they probably already think it's coming now. Have they repositioned their commanders?
Let's see. Where are you, Mr. Knob? Right there. He's
He's there. I
cloaked.
mean, he's in the default position though. That's a bit of a risky place to
They
be.
both are.
Both of them
Oh,
are.
he's marked. Ah.
Yeah. Oh, here come the bombers. I think actually Redox is going to go for the. Yeah, he's going for the commander here, as you can see. Is now John always.
He
Yeah,
saw it.
there you go,
Yeah.
yeah. John always sees, and that's one good thing about John is that he always does react to bombing. I don't. Especially on this one. No, but yeah, no, John's pretty good. I think on one of the previous games, either Weecast or someone else did, he was trying to be bombed on what's the next map?
Green Ace.
Green Ace, okay. On Shards, I think it was. I can't remember who he was playing against. But he's been bombed on a few different maps, and I see him react all the time to it.
Yeah, I'm bad at reacting to bombers as well. I know you've bombed my commander a few times, or I know you've dropped a nuke on it a few times too.
Yeah, I think that's on this map. That's my best way of killing you. It's just like taking out your commander.
Serve died. I don't. Maybe
I think he went top right. Oh no, yeah, there he is. Yeah, right there. Yeah. I think. Yeah, this is obviously GG. I think if you want to try and snipe John, bombers isn't the way. Or if you are going to go bombers, you've got to turn them off auto fire so they don't make that sound. You know.
Right. Yep.
But I think if you're going to snipe him, you got to go like brawler maybe.
And as Knob says, cars OP. He built some. He built some vehicles. Yeah, that was very one-sided, pretty much from the first minute. Just Knob's opening build, getting him that additional metal, and then them allowing him to just sit back and build. It was no contest really.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal.
Yep. All right, here you have it. You can see the resources. There's a massive disparity, although Jorn, or at this point in the tournament, Tar Therapist, didn't make as much as Redox, but I have a feeling that he knew he didn't need to make too much more, so he was fine with it.
Yeah, you could see from his like metal corner that he really wasn't investing into. He had one line of Mohos going and like 2 lines of mexes, and he just wasn't bothering to do any more on that, which is fair enough because for the most part, you actually don't need to invest that much into metal.
Yep. Knob, I feel like he kind of ended up in a similar way where that's where all this excess came from. Once he realized the game was wrapped up, he didn't continue producing like he normally would. And that was it. Redox and Serve, I would say going forward, try to be a little more aggressive. And Serve especially, I would recommend focusing on your eco more than just getting out units right away.
Unless you are going for an early attack, yeah.
Right, yeah. Otherwise, that's it for corners. Game 2 is up next on Green Ace. See you there. All right. Game 2 on Green Ace. Game 1 was not particularly close. Hopefully, we can get a better game 2 that's at least a little bit competitive. We know for a fact SgtServe and Redox can hold their own on Green Ace because they did it before with Cool Post. So at the bottom, we have Team TFA, Knob, and Jorn, or at this time, Tar Therapist. And then up top is SgtSpag, the Spaghetti Boys. And yeah, what are you expecting to see?
I remember those ones. John leading up. I don't know. I think I don't know. I imagine most are going to walk to do 5 megs. Yeah, there you go. John is doing 5 megs. Knob's doing 5 megs. Yeah, it looks like Yeah,
Everyone.
they're all doing
Mhm.
5 mechs. Oh
Ooh.
wait, no, redox isn't. I think that's actually smart from redox, to be honest, because I think Nob's kind of like a cheeky player. He likes to like push the limits and like do strats sometimes. So I think that's a sensible response. Although, do you think Nob's been playing it safe so far in this tournament?
Uh, no. I think that he's been just playing solid, not really trying to do anything too.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he just wants to make sure he wins, and like he hasn't been like just like straight turtling or anything. Um,
No, definitely not there.
but again, he also hasn't been pressured that much, so he's been allowed to just kind of vibe and play however he wants to.
Hmm.
I really think for someone to actually contest Team TFA that they need to put pressure on Knob.
Yeah. I would actually like to have seen in this game. Postal actually talked about it, I think, with the previous Cool Post game. Or was it maybe our match that we played against them? He might have, no, it was the it might have been our match. It
It
was
was
one
our
of the
match,
games.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about doing a strat where you go 1 mechs into weasels or Jeffies
Hmm.
and rush them up. And I quite like that strat. I've only done it once, but it was quite efficient.
So
Um,
both Jorn and Knob got a Samson out first. If you do the get 5 or 6 weasels or Jeffies out,
mhm.
um, will one Samson be enough to defend from that?
I think depending on the timing, if they go 5 mechs, I'm pretty sure the weasels arrive just as the factory finishes or just after. And they're probably not going to have anything. I mean, they haven't even got the radar coverage doesn't actually cover. It might cover on the left side, but on the right side where Knob would be. So you can send
Oh,
like 3 down
well,
each side.
he doesn't even have a radar, so there's that.
Yeah, I mean you wouldn't see, but you'd go down to the back there. You could do so. Um, yeah, I mean, I did it against both of them, not against Knob earlier on, and it was quite effective in a game I played skirmish. But
So, well, let's say you're in a situation where Redox finds himself in now.
this
Would
is a
you?
great situation.
Right.
3 round con, yeah.
I've heard some people say to not even worry about trying to go for cons. Would you just bypass it and go straight for mexes? I've heard some people say like you prioritize the mexes with the
Uh,
Jeffies.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, a con's so it's a meta build power. They've got to waste time going up to reclaim it and doing what that
Mhm.
con would do. Plus, it it's just it's annoying if you kill that con. I mean, ideally, you'd like to kill both the
Right.
con and the
Yeah.
mex,
Yeah.
but I think you just got to take what you get. If it's a mex you come across first, kill that. If it's a con,
Yeah.
go
When
see if you
when
can
when
kill
you
that.
literally drive right into it, there's just no way
Yeah.
you should drive past it. Like there
What was it?
was.
Don't say a gift horse in the mouth or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Um. So this is interesting. He built a few flashes and then transitioned back into Samson's. I wonder if he just built these to try to do an initial raid, and then he's
Hmm.
going to eventually go into straight slasher ball or
Yeah,
Samson ball.
I like the. I'm a flash player, and I don't think I've ever done a slashable apart from maybe once in like a team game.
Hmm. Yeah.
But typically, I like the raiding potential of a flash because they are a bit quicker.
Yeah. I
Um,
never do a slasher or Samson ball because it just requires too much micro for me. Like I don't want to have to sit there and babysit.
or radar target, you mean?
Yeah, radar target, move back, radar target, move back.
If you can, I think they are possibly the superior option because it's actually playing a game recently. It was the same one where I did the Jeffy rush at the beginning, and the slasher ball just puts so much pressure if there's a wreck field, it's hard if you're with flashes to gain control of that because you've got to push into them through a mech field, through a wreck field.
Right.
So I think it is possibly or likely the superior strat, unless you can outmaneuver them in some way, where you can like split your forces up or something like that. But this is quite a relatively narrow map if both players go slashers or Samsons.
So what do you think this marking is for?
Is that Serve doing that by the look of it? I don't know. There are some trees. I couldn't tell you. Maybe that's what they wanted, some defense. Or Serve was just a warning of enemy units. That's unfortunate. Redox didn't see that.
Yeah, this guy's a little unprotected here.
Yeah. I think. There we go. There's a T2 up from Nob. Now, Nob does seem to like a T2 rush on this map. He did it against us.
Yep.
He's doing it here. He looks like he's reclaiming that. Yeah, he's reclaimed the lab.
So,
what minute is this at, by the way? Are we
what
8
are we
minutes,
at?
is it?
7:20.
Yeah,
That's pretty. It's pretty early.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that the T2 vehicle against us isn't what did us in. It was when he transitioned into Mass Hawks. So I wonder.
Yeah, no, we held off pretty strongly. I think it was the BBs and then air. You're right. Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if he prioritizes it more just to get the eco going.
Yeah, I feel like this is a good map where you can eco up. I think I did it fairly successfully on that map.
I'm surprised redox isn't going advanced yet. He's a player that typically goes pretty fast advanced. Oh yeah, let's do a eco update. Yeah. Oh, he's behind. Why is he so far behind?
That is abnormal for redox. I think he's gone hard into offensive units. But that is abnormal for redox to be behind in eco. I feel like he's normally close to on par, you know.
Let's see, has Jordan started advanced?
No, maybe he's hoping Nob will share.
Now, would you ever go, instead of going in advanced lab, would you ever go like a second or third T1 lab?
Yeah, I would do. It depends on my mood. I think I actually, in the game we played, I might have done. It really depends. I think it would depend on the opponent and what I'm feeling on the day.
For me, it depends on like the play style I want to go for. If I want to try to go heavy rating, then I do want those extra T1 units.
Yeah.
Whereas if I want to, you know, just kind of sit back and eco, then I would go quicker advanced.
You see, I think for me, I still feel like T2, at least for ARM, has some good raiding potential. Like the Panthers are just so good,
right?
Because they're so rapid.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
The I mean, having the missile along with their normal gun is just
they're a great unit. I'm yet to try out the apparently god tier combo of Panther Hawk.
Yeah, I never play ARM on a map that I build Panthers, so I don't think I ever will.
I wonder what it'd be like on corners. Probably too much micro required, I imagine. I don't know. For me, maybe at least. I mean, I like this. Looks like Nob's going in to try and.
Yeah, this is
get those
going
slashes,
to be bad.
Because that is a big slasher.
Can they see? Yeah, they were able to see that.
Noticed, yeah. So is he gonna?
I don't think they're actually gonna get too much.
No, the Panthers are pretty good against slashers, but there's just not enough numbers there, I don't think.
All right. This is nice, getting his eco going. You remember in our game against TFA, Knob self-deed like 20 Panthers or something?
Yeah, that's pretty fortunate. Though the rec field, we got some of it, but
Well,
I wonder if it would have been better to have killed them and got those wrecks.
that's exactly what I was going to say, yeah. And he's really guarding this out. That's, I don't think I've ever seen that many vehicle cons guarding
He
an
really
advanced
wants his
lab.
advanced con.
Let's do another dot total. Redox still
yeah,
lagging.
Redox is behind. What's the how many wins are people building out of interest and all that stuff? Because I remember when I played this against TFA, I just went mass wind. I turned in, I took my inner cool Nick,
No one can replicate Cool Nick though. He's
no, you really can't. It's like the map is like covered to the brim.
You know what's funny is I always forget to build this geo. Like, I'll build this one every time, but the one closest, I just can never remember to do it.
Hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. Now this.
I like the reclaim, but
this is a good.
It's going to be annoying because if they
yeah, con's going down.
Target fire the con.
There's one thing that
I think I was kind of greedy to leave it. I'd have retreated that as soon as I.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, the Panthers were probably going to catch it anyway. But
yeah. But there's one thing that Knob is very good at. Is he'll always check up on his attacking units to see what they are encountering. So like in a situation like that with me, I know that I would like select them over here, do a move command straight into Serve's army, and then I would just kind of let them do their thing.
Yeah.
And if I didn't,
now this is
if I didn't look back to check on it, I would have missed that con.
Yeah, well, that's pleasure. But he might have been lucky. He might have killed them anyway. And what he's done is he's being annoying. He's pulling them as far back as possible, so that units have got to chase. And I don't know if you saw it, but I was watching on the mini map. So what Nob did there, I like doing this myself, but I don't always do it. Is he moved his units over to the far left side, and then John was reinforcing him, and then behind it he had going the opposite way, slightly delayed. Not many units, only about 4 or 5, pushing in the opposite direction because he had noticed that Redox had sent all his flashes away. So that was a smart move there. Some good strategic unit movement.
Look at all these cons out here.
Yeah, I know, they really want to suck up that. I mean,
this is a really nice rec field though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Serve is not doing anything himself. He has a unit there, a con. And it is just chilling.
Control B is
and
your
it looks
friend.
it looks like he could use some metal, to be honest.
Yeah. Both redox and serve. I wouldn't be surprised if redox gets out an air factory soon. For one, he really likes to bomb because he's gotten pretty good at it. And then 2, air cons out here to suck up these wrecks are amazing. Ooh, I like the transition stumpies. I didn't notice that.
Do you think this is a bit of overextension here?
Oh,
I mean, considering
for sure.
That I mean, I like, you got to keep them poking, but at this point, I think you're just giving metal away. I'd be holding back.
These are scary.
And I think I can't remember who told it to me. It was like if they go offense, go defensive. And if they go defense, go eco. And if they go eco, go offense. It might have been Venom who told me this strat, or someone had briefly mentioned it, and I thought it was a nice sort of like rock, paper, scissors. It's probably quite common in other games as well, but at this point, what do you think? I mean, they're going full offense, aren't they, really? I feel like, or maybe not full offense, but a mix, but TFA seem to be.
I will say, with him redox lacking in metal, he's definitely expanded nicely.
He's got a good defensive line. I would possibly like to have some. I don't know. Would you build? Would you? Okay, here we go. Would you build a Punisher or a what's the arm equivalent?
Ambusher. Or wait, no, 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 no.
Not an ambusher, no.
So you're talking about
Because
the T1?
Yeah, Guardian, not C. Yeah,
No,
would you build a Guardian for the rec field?
no. I would, if I were gonna go that route, I'd get an advanced con out there and build a, what is it, toaster or ambusher up.
Okay. Yeah, I think the thing is that it's too expensive, aren't they? Really, for
Well,
what they offer.
so
Not the ambusher. I mean the Guardian.
yeah, exactly. The range isn't amazing. The damage is,
Yeah.
TFA, they are defending pretty well. Redox is constantly trying to find a way to poke in. Oh yeah, you can see Knobs getting air cons out. I wouldn't be surprised to see an advanced air lab here going up here soon.
Mm-hmm. I think air is really just the thing that wins this map when it becomes. Because at the moment it feels we're 20 minutes in, and if you look at the map, it's pretty much split down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a bit of a stalemate. Like Serve's doing well with his Reapers and Slasher Ball, and well, the Lugers are out now to deal with this mass defensive. This is actually similar to our game in the fact that I went mass defense.
Yep.
And then they brought out the Lugers.
Yeah, well, in our game, Jordan was the one that went mass Lugers, and
yeah, he was. Yeah,
I want to say he built like 150 of them or something that game. It was something ridiculous.
It was quite a lot. I still don't think they really broke through though. Like I think, for the majority of the game, even with the Lugers, I had so many Panthers by that point that I was managed to kind of hold them off. I was trying to in that game at least. I think one thing I'd be doing if I was Redox is, because I imagine he knows and Nob's got a pretty decent land army. I try to stay close to my HLTs. You've built them. You might as well have your like army just on the edge, and then when you see the Lugers firing, then maneuver out to try and deal with them. I mean, Serve has got control of that whole rec field, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's really nice. They need to get,
or what's left of it.
They need to be more vigilant about reclaiming these wrecks. Like
they need to start using all their metal. Like
how
much they got spare here, and I just saw Jordan just started using the remnants of his. Yeah, it's interesting. Has Redox? He has done a pretty good job of queuing up his mohos. What's the dot total now? I'll be interested because it looks like Redox is higher than Serve now.
Yep.
In production, and also now, so he's catching up. Redox is catching up, and in a way, Jorn is. Well, Nob has extended his production.
Ooh, this is good. I like this. He's going to be able to slip by.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough.
Yeah, ultimately, it's not really going to get.
They're going to have the range on those missiles still, and he's going to run into just a few defenders and not be able to make it. So I feel like that's kind of just throwing away.
Here we go. This is good.
Metal.
That's really good.
Yeah. Go back to that attack from Redox, or what's left of it. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. He got like a mechs, some defenders, and it's just given him. What's that? 1,000 metal, maybe a bit more. Maybe it could be up to maybe 2,000 then, metal. So yeah, and then Knobs immediately. Look at it, just. Got some cons over there.
Serve is putting in work over here. Nice.
Yeah. I like the Finks coming out, just a constant
line of sight, really.
Yeah. I mean, this is good.
Yeah, this is really good.
I don't think he should overextend. I think he should destroy this. Destroy as much defense as he can, as much static defense, and then I'd probably
pull back to like right here. Back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just set up a new line.
Yeah, and, exactly.
Need more cons out here doing work.
Yeah, I might actually just have them if he doesn't have the micro. or on the. I'm not saying he doesn't, but like on the day if you don't feel like it, patrol move them maybe afterwards.
All right, so
And that way you can just pump stuff out.
we saw Knob and now Redox going K-bot as well. You know, typically use vehicle because of just how large the map is. You'll see, well, he's actually building Zeus or Zeus, but mostly what you'll see are K-bots here for the build power. So you put a whole bunch of Farks on the labs, and yeah, they build very quick.
Yeah.
Knob's gonna go for a brawler snipe here. Let's check out some. Ooh,
Yeah,
Redox is.
The thing is that air is the weakness on this map, you know.
Look, there's not one MT back here. Or I'm sorry, there's one.
This looks similar to our game. I don't think we were this
I
this bare.
had maybe like 5.
Yeah, one is a bit like bare, I agree. I mean, Serve looks like he's got himself pretty well. See that?
Serve is. Oh, this is great.
I actually think that Serve has been one of the strongest players on this map.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's things that he could do better. You know, we were mentioning getting this up a lot quicker, being more vigilant on setting up defenses up on the front line, but he's honestly been very solid.
Yeah, I mean, if Redox had managed to keep his units and not throw them away, they could go and try and do the reverse where they both go in on Jawn. Because I think they actually would have the units to do it. Unfortunately, Redox, Serve is not paying attention.
Trying to power out a flak. Where did he?
That's not gonna go.
Oh my goodness, it's right there.
He cloaks.
No!
Oh!
Oh, no, I didn't notice.
Oh, that's amazing. You would have been able to kill him straight up then.
also good on Redox for putting his commander on hold fire.
Yeah, that's great, yeah.
I never do that. This is brutal, though. Even
well, Nob, if you're listening, Nob, you know how to kill Meal.
Right.
Or this is very Divine-esque and Stag-esque. This.
So even though he went for the comm snipe, didn't get the comm, still killed both advanced labs, and is taking out
Mohos. Yeah, this is annoying. I mean, like, I actually can't believe how much damage has been allowed to be done.
He had to pull back Panthers. Oh, that's crazy.
I know. That's pretty nutty.
I was wondering where all of his Serv's Reapers were, but they were chilling in the back.
Yeah, the slasher ball has been getting thinner and thinner because he hasn't paid attention to the Lugers.
Yeah.
And he's just been letting his Reapers, slashers sit there.
So Lugers are very inaccurate. So even if you set one here and tell it to attack the missile tower, it'll still miss shots. But when you're attacking a big ball like this, it really doesn't matter if you miss your target.
No. I think, though, if Redox hadn't thrown his units away to get, like, a defender or two and then a Mex, he could have... They could have gone in when Serve was at his peak.
Right.
And actually pushed down onto Jawn's side. Because Redox had the defense to not worry about Nob really pushing in, I think. Like, he might have got in, but reinforcements possibly would have been able to help.
Talk about slow building. one T1 aircon building that ambusher, or pulverizer, whatever it's called. Yeah, ambusher.
Yeah, Serve's not paying attention really to his army
these
now.
Lugers are
whittled down.
Yeah.
It's a shame because Serve had really good amounts of numbers in. I'd say possibly outnumbering or at least equaling.
So this is
and now Redox is doing now what I thought he should have done a while ago. However, now Serve doesn't have the numbers. And also the number of Zeus he has. if you are gonna go Zeus on this map, you got to go Masseus. I feel like it's no point having
Mm-hmm.
a few. Obviously, his lab got destroyed, so we can't really do much about that currently. But
So one of the many mistakes that I did on when we played is when I made my advanced air lab, I tried to go Vamps to match Knob's Hawks, whereas I really should have gone Bomber. So I'm wondering what redox is going to do here.
But how would you have got? Would you have then gone Flakka, mobile Flakka, like a Cobra? Is it called a Cobra? No, it's not called a Cobra. Copperhead. That's what it's
Copperhead,
called.
yeah. I mean, if I had thought about it, maybe. I'm really bad at recognizing like what I should be doing when faced with a challenge.
I feel like you could definitely utilize the Copperhead a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've played in games together, and also me too, where we encounter air, and I feel like, I don't know if you agree with this, but for the tournament, would you agree that for us,
Wait a second, what?
our weakness has been air? What are you confused about here?
What's up? Why are these guys way up here?
I guess he really wants that advanced radar right now.
Yeah, that's a lot of build power to be potentially caught out in the open.
But one thing I will say is that they are quite quick, the vehicle cons and also the
Farks, yeah.
The Farks, so they can get in and out.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any nukes or neutrons or stunners.
I'm actually surprised there isn't a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Redox doesn't have. Do you want to do dot total now to see how much? Because considering Redox was equal with Serve and Jawn, do you want to see how much he's got now after that? We should have done it afterwards, possibly, or sooner.
Did those Farks die? I wonder if these guys got them.
Did they? I think they got away, didn't they?
I don't know.
Where's the...
Redox he's doing pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, he's still ahead. I imagine he would be closer though to Knob had that not happened.
Yeah. Man. Serve's forces got whittled down pretty good. Holy moly, that's that range is nasty.
Yeah, Annihilators, I just actually don't use them that often. Especially like that. For this point, it's actually kind of annoying that if you go to it now, it has, so it comes out and it faces
down
southerly.
Yeah.
That's kind of an annoying feature.
Well,
I don't know if that's going to change. Is it going to change?
I mean, they're making directional BBs. Might as well request a directional annihilator as well.
And maybe I'll request directional labs.
Ooh, this isn't
some
good.
People...
Your mobile flag.
The phalanx.
Yeah. Doomsday Machine, nice.
Yeah, this is. I think Doomsday's machines are really good. Oh,
that's quite forward.
Why?
Like,
that's a bold placement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe is he baiting that? Is that a bait or something?
No, I think he probably didn't expect someone to like scout right there. Like,
the slow building nuke as well.
Like, people always try to scout the main part of your base, but a little spot like that, I think he was just trying to hide it.
Now, I remember in our game, we didn't build any Doomsday machines, but I should have asked you for a con, because I think they are one of the best defensive structures for holding wreck fields.
Yeah, yep.
Certainly better than the Annihilator.
Ooh, this is a good move. Catching these guys off guard.
Except the thing is, though, because they're trickling in,
Because the
The
wreck field,
Bulldogs
yeah.
are actually just wrecking them. So they've all just got. I don't think that's a bit unfortunate. They've all just got.
Oh, that's Knob building it. I didn't even realize that.
I had seen it was white, but I hadn't taken it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those Reapers just got minced then. Because they all went in one by one.
I've
This is
noticed
something
that.
I see with Jawn. Are you going to say about his walls?
Yeah, it builds them just
He
right in
only
front.
ever builds. Yeah, he doesn't ever think bombers might come from the side or anything like that.
Well, in that,
So,
was it the Corners game that we saw, where he built, yeah, just like
Fusion?
this. No,
Yeah.
just like this one dragon's tooth in front of the HLT.
Actually, I hadn't seen that. I noticed in the Corners game he had built a fusion and done the same thing he did with the Big Bertha, where he just built one. Oh, so he did one line of fortification walls.
This is really good.
Yeah, I
Redox
like
is handling
that.
this great, and of course mixing in flak as well.
I think they're going to get scouted, are they?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, he's got no
Markham.
army to stop anything. Do you know what I mean? There's no army there. It's over in the middle.
Okay,
He should
bombers.
potentially try pushing to Knob again if he wants to try and do something.
Yeah, that was that was another thing with in our game is I didn't really try to pressure Knob at all. Like I got up a couple what is the Merle equivalent? Diplomat. I got up a couple diplomats, killed a couple MTs, and then backed out. Whereas I had a nice little Reaper ball stacked up, and I just never did anything with them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a tough game, when you're under pressure.
It's really hard to, think about all that stuff when it's happening in the moment.
I mean, stuff like that you look back on and you can just learn from, but in the time, it's like there's so much going on. You're trying to manage your eco, you're trying to see what they've got, and then you might not notice. Some, I mean, like frequently, you might send out your Finks and you don't look what they've scouted. You've got to do it again, and it sets you back and all some of this, which I do.
I mean,
but,
I literally did that 4 times when we played against in our quarterfinals match against ATM.
Oh, ATM.
Yeah, I sent my Finks in.
I still think we should have won that claustrophobic essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, I was getting beaten back by the end of it by Stag pretty badly, but I didn't realize how open Divine was.
I know.
Insane.
Like I said, I sent them in 4 times and I never looked 1 time at them. If I would have noticed how open he was, I just would have like Control W, move everything.
Yeah, I think maybe in future something that we could do is say when we're scouting.
Oh, right.
So that the other player can also take a look. And then we can both analyze the situation.
Ooh, nice.
They
That's
did
a really
do
good
well.
run.
Well, yeah. Considering how many Hawks were there, I'm surprised they managed to get that last lab.
Yeah, me too. All right, so they did kill the 1 Doomsday.
Ooh.
Now this is a sight to behold. A SgtServe bombing run.
Here's a question for you. If you are Serve, I assume you would probably imagine that Redox is the better bomber. Do you do a plus ATM move
and share the bombers? Yes. I mean, so that is what they should do. But whether people actually think about doing that, I don't know. Like that's something that I would never think about doing.
To be fair, you don't get better that way, so I think it's
all right. So we're in a tournament setting now, right? Are you going to work on trying to get better in a tournament, or are you going to do what you think will give you the best? Right.
I would probably give you the bombers, if it was me and you, because I feel like you're the better bomber. I typically don't bother going bomber, which I think I've learned from the tournament is I need to do more often.
Now I'll tell you, that if you think that I'm the better bomber, that's saying something about yourself.
Well, I think that I said that knowing that, like, in our game on this map, didn't you? I can't remember. I remember you complaining about your bombing run. I can't remember what was wrong with it. Did you miss
It
the
wasn't.
Timmy or the Big Bertha
No,
or something like that?
it was. I did do some decent bombing. It was. One of them didn't die, so like there was like a sliver of health left in a BB. Because it was like I lined up to kill two. I got the first one, but the second one barely lived.
I like this push, by the way.
Yeah, this is
The combination of Knob microing and then Jorn just left-clicking, sending his Panthers and Bulldogs.
It's the equivalent to in StarCraft, where you select your hotkey for your army and then just a move. There's always been the long running joke for Protoss players that all they need are two keys on their keyboard, one and A.
Yeah, I mean, what's that, carriers or something? I don't know.
Anything really.
Yeah. I have to say that bombing run wasn't the strongest from Redox then. I don't think he got a single ambusher. And they all survived.
He killed the already dead nuke.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we? 37 minutes in now. I am going to do my.
Nice commander. Yes, he's just chilling there.
That's fine.
That's yours.
I'm gonna do my.
Oh, yeah, he's arm, isn't he? Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best impression of a of an election call, and say that it's determined. TFA wins this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over.
Ooh,
in a way, I think this just goes to show how ambushers, like, he invested quite a lot. They both did, but I don't know. I feel like Jorns were strategically better placed because there was more fighting on that side, whereas on Redox's side, he really didn't encourage that many fights to happen on this side. He kind of just built them.
Yeah, so Redox was able to kill, like, what, a couple mexes and some MTs, whereas Jorn was just tearing into
the wreck fields and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think if Redox had decided to push down his side, not the time I said when he sent like that contingent of Panthers which just got wiped out, but if he'd hold up a longer and tried to keep Nob's units over there.
It's eerily quiet.
Very
right
quiet.
now.
Yeah, this is really weird. I was like, has the game crashed? I think that would have been better. Or alternatively, if he had built those on the other side to help out serve, that might have actually been the better move.
You know what I wish Nob did here? Is I wish Nob built this like right here, so that if the other team did bomb it, it'd destroy these labs too.
I thought you were going to say so it doesn't get scouted, but you're going for the full on
yeah.
sabotage.
Because Nob's building his stuff like way over here, right? So
yeah, I mean it's pretty out there. He's finished it as well. No, I don't think it touched the lower, did, but. At this point, it's obviously looking pretty, not dire, but like definitely dampened mood on
pretty bleak, yeah.
Spag side. Would you go for a comm snipe? I don't actually know. Surely at this point they must have cloaked their comms by now, you would think, and hidden them somewhere.
No, he's still out in the open. He's.
Jorn's pretty good at reacting, as we've seen. As again, I think you need to go off screen, turn off the fire, auto fire. That's an interesting place to build your comm.
So he... I mean, he's kind of open, but the problem is you'd have to find him.
Yeah, you'd never see him there.
Yeah, this hurts. Ooh. Is that... Please tell me he gets that lab. Please tell me he gets that lab. What? Knob?
To be fair, it's not in use at the moment, so it's not really that big a threat. None of the labs appear to be in use for... What is going on? The serve just not got the... I suppose he hasn't got the metal capacity.
Yeah, well, I mean, he does have some metal, but... Oh no, can we go to his... Oh, he doesn't have it turned on. I can't see what he's doing.
Oh, really? That's weird, because earlier on I could see where he was looking on the map.
Do they have a nuke? They just killed the anti.
No. Do they? If you scroll out onto the mega map, you can see
yeah, the lab thing.
Factories.
No.
I can't see anything. How is that game time looking? I'm loving this from Serve. That's a pretty typical response from John. Just die.
Yeah, right. Well, what was it he said? What was he said the other day? Like, I hope you, when you bite into a cookie, you get a raisin.
Yeah, chocolate raisins. Yeah. To be honest, that is a new insult. I've never heard that before. I actually also don't mind raisin cookies. So
yeah, I don't mind them either.
I actually quite like them. So
I'll eat some oatmeal raisin cookies all day long.
Yeah, same. Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, I want to see these guys get some kills. 4 already. That one too. Man, I really need to build these darn things.
Yeah, they're great support units. Unfortunately, they are front line there.
Yeah.
That was. But I mean, to be fair, they are still holding on. It just shows how good Doomsday machines are. I really wish in our game we had built them. Though to be fair, I feel like our defensive line was actually pretty strong without them.
Well, you know, I was thinking my defensive line was being held with units, and yours was being held with, you know, just a ton of HLTs. Yeah. But
well, it was a mix, to be fair. It was like units, but there was also a lot of HLTs. Yeah.
But like, if I had shared you a con, or if I had even built them myself, a few Doomsday machines on your side, that would have just done wonders.
Yeah, because I would think I would have been able to secure the wreck field, and I think that's where they were getting most of their metal from. But I could be wrong. I like this from John. T1 bombers?
Yep.
They are cheap, but they can get the job done.
I will say that if he had I mean, it wouldn't matter because of the bulldogs here. But if there were a couple flak here, they would have just completely destroyed those T1 bombers.
Yeah. I said bombers are cheap. I actually don't know. Are T1 bombers cheap? I mean, obviously compared to T2, but are they actually a cheap unit?
I know they require a ton of energy. I don't know about metal. Where are these guys going?
I shall look this up.
Where are you going?
In my brain.
That did nothing. Redox, buddy. That was brutal. Marked a bunch of stuff, but you lost all your bombers, buddy. I think we will be seeing them tap out here pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could have gone for the...
Right.
Thing is, I suppose, would you want to go for a snipe with rapiers when you... Or is he trying off-screen? Okay, yeah. There's an off-screen bomber coming down here.
I'm trying to wait for them to come back on.
But yeah, he's already spotted them, joiners. I saw planes going over there and he's already gotten diverted. So he knows. Look at his commander's already moving on the map, you can see he's going away. So they're drawn very quick to realise if you're going off-screen, you got to make sure... I actually had pulled back that one unit.
I mean, getting a fusion's good, but
It's
holy
too
moly,
little,
that's
too
a
late.
lot. That's cute.
Is he visible?
Let's see.
Oh, that's your commander?
No, it's not
Is
mine.
that,
Or
whose
wait,
commander's
wait,
that?
wait.
That's because it's an ARM commander. That's not his one. That's
Yeah, it's
getting
mine.
very confused here. Nuke inbound.
Woo. Bombers too. Huh.
Is he guessing? Is he guessing that's where the commander would
Yeah,
be?
I
I
don't
guess it's
know.
middle. There's nothing there, but I guess that's. I mean, that's not a illogical place to guess. I can see actually his commander's moving into Redox's base. Maybe he's going to try con bomb. I have a question for you. If you're in a losing game, should you try the con bomb?
Should you? In what way? And to
Should you and
try.
would you? Should you try? Because I know some
Wait,
people are
what?
like out of principle.
Did he?
Maybe he tried a con bomb, I guess, and he's just given up. I guess that's fair enough. GG.
Okay, so in com bombing, are you trying to go for like just to get a draw, or are you trying to strategically kill one of the opponents so that your partner has
Well,
a
like for
chance?
example, here server's behind, Redox is more ahead. You know, would you? You know, you think you're gonna lose this game anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was going to in our game. I just didn't get my I didn't get my com off screen far enough.
Hmm.
But yeah, so that's it. TFA wins the series 2-0. So there's no need for their game 3.
Mhm.
TFA moves on to the semifinals, and they are looking pretty strong. I have a feeling that they'll be contenders to win the whole tournament, honestly.
Yeah. Do you want to say who they're up against,
Yeah,
or should we give a spoiler warning? Spoiler
yeah,
warning, I
spoiler
suppose.
warning. Yeah, because
You may not have seen the other quarterfinal at this point, which I
mm-hmm,
guess in the playlist will come after this one because it's matchup D
mm-hmm.
or quarterfinal D. Um, they are against Cool Post. Going into that, uh, considering Cool Post have managed to advance as the lower seeds, what do you think their chances are against TFA going forward?
So I think that Full Post, their strength is to get to the late game and then just outbuild their opponents and overwhelm. Um,
Hmm.
the way that they match up with the remaining teams in the tournament, I don't think Cool Post really honestly stands much of a chance. I think pretty much all of the other teams can do the same thing and but have a better early and mid game.
Yeah, maybe. I think I wouldn't rule them out, considering they beat. I mean, Bear Snatch are not the best team, but they're a pretty good team. They had
Mm-hmm.
Metin, and
Mm-hmm.
Testo's can be a pretty good player when he wants to be. Um, so I think it will be heavily map dependent
Right.
for them on whether they can choose maps which play to their strengths and definitely not to their opponents. So we'll see. I think maps where they can build a lot. Obviously, that's Cool Nick's favorite thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I wouldn't rule them out.
Right.
But yeah, I think definitely TFA would be the favorites for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that does it for this series. Be sure to check out other tournament related content. There will be a link in the description with a playlist covering every tournament game, anything tournament related at all, from myself and Tristan, as well as Breezy from BreezyCast and Postal from what is he? Total Annihilation Replays? Is that him?
TA replays is Postal, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, Postal. I didn't know, but
You knew, you kind of knew. You said
yeah.
in the back of your head.
That's right. But anyway, yeah, see you guys next time. Take care.
See ya.
Where?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro?